Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a new one for the channel. We're going to be doing a non-ASL game. This is Normandy 44, Mark 7-inch product. I did an unboxing of this a while ago, a couple months, and I've only played the landing and airborne phases as well as the first turn. So I really have no idea how this is going to play out, but let's get into it. All right, so the first things we got to do is we do have airborne units. We've got 3 of the 82nd, and we've got 3 of the 101st. Those shall be flipped over. I'm already weakening the American side. All right, so let's start with this guy here first. Now we look at a special scatter table, and we're basically looking for anything that is 5 or 6 for the 82nd. A 5 would be scattered. Everything else is going to suck. All right, so we rolled a 1, which is probably the worst you can get. That's going to be a scatter too. So what that means is this unit here is going to be replaced with a cadre. It already loses 1 stripe. It loses a 2nd stripe. And it gets replaced with a cadre, as well as being scattered. First roll of the game is a 1. Not too bad if you're playing squad leader. Sucks if you're not playing that. All right, and of course we get 1 replen for the airborne forces for the U.S. because they lost 1. Next up, we'll do this guy right here. All right, we got a 4. 4 is going to be an S1, so he's only scattered and losing 1 step. So we just flip him over. He's also going to be scattered. And he also gets 1 replen on the game turn chart. All right, so then we have our last 82nd guy. All right, we rolled a 6, which is good, so he's going to land unscathed. So we have a cadre, we have a 1 step, and then we have an unscathed 82nd. So let's start with this guy up here first on the 101st. All right, rolled a 5. 5 for the 101st is going to be a good landing, so he hits the ground okay. This guy here. We have a 6 as well, so he's going to be good. And then we have a 3. 3 is going to be step 1. So this guy will only lose 1 step and be scattered. All right, not too bad for the airborne this time. The first couple times I played this was a different kettle of fish, that's for sure. All right, so let's go to the, while we're on this side, we'll go to the Utah landings. So now these are the first guys that come out. They'll hit the beach, and these guys will be the follow-up on turn 2. All right, so they hit the beach. There should be a strong point there. Just make sure all my other strong points are in place. All right, so they're all good now. So they're going to hit the strong point. Now we'll do a beach landing die roll. So this is going to be, we just rolled directly on the invasion CRT. And since this is Utah Beach there, we'll look at the Utah column and hope for a good roll for the Americans. Cock die. Alrighty, we have a 6. 6 is going to be a defender loses 1 step, and we have an advance of 2. Now, there's only the 1 step for the strong points, so they go away. And these units will land unscathed. Now, we also have to do the duplex drive tanks. It's a separate table roll, so and you basically need a 4, 5, 6 not to have any effect, and a roll a 2. So our duplex drive tanks, we suffer 1 step loss. All right, and now I can move up to 2 places. Um, I could move into this location here. It would be a Zokbon, so I couldn't move any farther. Or I could go into the Bocage, which would cost me 1 moving point cost. So I could come here, and then I could even jump onto this scattered unit here. They are 1 stripe, so it might make them last a little bit longer. I got to worry about stacking capability. So that's worth 2. This unit here is worth nothing, and this is worth 2 as well. So if I put 1 here with the armor, and I move this other unit over here, that should be legit. And they should be allowed to do that. And then again, the follow-up forces will be following up behind. All right, so moving down the line, let's do the Rangers here. So the first unit lands on Point du Hoc, and then we do a roll to see if the second one is. And this should be a 1, 2, or 3. It lands on that position. All right, so we rolled a 6. So the second unit's going to be tacked onto the Omaha follow-up, which would be, I will put on this guy here. All right, so right now we have a 2-2, 1-1 odds. I do have the ships available, so I could always do some offshore bombardment, I believe. Again, I've rarely played this, so it's going to be interesting to say the least. That is 1-1 odds. On the all others would be yeah, I don't think I want to waste it on that. I may need that later on in the game. So I'm just going to do a roll on the all others table. And we have a 5, which is pretty good. Attacker 1 and defender 1. So again, the defender strong point is gone. And our attacker loses 1 step. Now it's only a 2-step unit, or a 1-step unit, I suppose. And it's only on its weakest point. Now I could advance 2, but again, because I'm my weakened state, I'm thinking I may just want to stay there. I may get jumped. So I'm going to have to wait for the Omaha units to move and give me some support on my flanks, I think. Hey, Run Herder. Thanks for coming by the stream, buddy. Might need your help on some of this. What to do? Yeah, I think we'll leave Buddy there. That's fine. He can just hang out on the beach. I'm not going to move him in. He is only a 1 defending unit, and it's better that they spend move and get out of position, I would think, rather than me moving into their faces. So let's get this guy on here. And on Dog Beach, we'll look at that would be on the Omaha table. This is bloody Omaha, so this could get really bad. If I roll a 1, it's gonna really suck. All right, I rolled a 6. 6 is good. 6 gives us an attacker 1 and defender 1. Once more, those guys are gone. And one of our infantry units takes a step loss as well. And then, of course, we'll have to do our DD tank to see if it survives the landing. 1 to 3, it's striped, so it survives. So that's a good landing for Omaha. And we do have an advance to... Now, I do have a unit right in front of me. I'm basically in a Zoc block right now, so I can't really do anything. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to fight off the beach. I have to get rid of this unit here. So I'll have to wait for after the German turn, and then it'll be the Allied turn 1, and then I can maybe attack this location. I assume that Germans are going to be coming in. In the meantime, we can move this guy here. Same things, roll on the bloody Omaha. 6 and a 2. This one's a 2. So a 2 is going to be attacker 2, defender 1. Now, 7-4s, eh? So these are 3-stripe units, so I'm just going to lose 1 from each. I don't want to go down to cadre status right away just because it's going to be bad. And the defender loses 1 as well, so he's gone. And then we do our duplex drive tank. Roll the 4s, no problem. And we have an advance of 1. So let's put some flanking pressure on this unit. And in the next Allied first turn follow-up, we can also do some other units that are coming on as well. All right, let's shift the camera. All right, let's go on to the Commonwealth. So in this case, we'll do the airborne, I think, last. Maybe we should do that first. Let's do the airborne forces first for the British as well. So we'll start with this unit right here. And basically 1, 2, or 3, we're going to be in trouble. I rolled a 4, so we're good. So this unit's fine. This unit. Again, I rolled a 5, so we're good. And then the last unit, I rolled a 1. That's going to be an S1 now. So that means this is already a low strength unit. It's only got 1 step. So it gets flipped over and it gets a scatter counter. So all in all, the airborne forces were pretty well managed, I think. They came down. I've only got 4 scattered units out of a possible 9. And there's only really 2 that are really hurting for numbers. So not too bad, I think, for the airborne forces. So let's go to Gold Beach and we'll move in our first unit. Now this falls under the All Others column. And so we'll roll on that. On the CRT, it's a 2. The 2 gets us an exchange. Now the exchanges must come from the infantry units. So this is gone. Both of these are the same. So I'm going to stripe one. And then we'll have to make our roll for our duplex tank. All right, and I rolled a 1. So Gold Beach not off to a great start. We've got a striped unit and a tank unit that's on its last legs. All right, so next we'll do King Beach. And here we have a 4. So a 4 on King Beach is a attacker 1, defender 1. So again, the defender is gone. We'll have to lose 1 stripe. And then our tank needs to take its roll. Rolled a 3, which means it's going to be striped as well. All right, so moving on to Juno. Let's get the Canadians in on the beach. Once more on the other column. I rolled a 3. Not great. 3 is going to be attacker 1, defender 1. So while we clear the strong point, we're going to have to take a hit on one of our infantry units here. And then, of course, our tank. Lose 1 step. What do you mean by that there, Run Tartar? The one of the British units. Any rate, we rolled a 2 on our duplex tank, so again, the Canadian tank takes a hit. And then we'll do Nan Beach. All right, I rolled a 4. 4 on the other is an attacker 1, defender 1. Again, I do have advances available, but I can't really do anything because I'm in a Zoc already, so I don't think I can. I have not played this before, really, Caleb. Thanks for stopping by. I've done the landing a couple times, and I played to the first turn mostly. But aside from that, no, this is all news to me. So we rolled a 4, attacker 1, defender 1, and we have advance of 1. So strong point's gone. I don't think I want to take it on that. I want to take it on the Canadian. I don't want the special service depleted already. So we'll take one step on that. So the SF will be fine. And then our tank duplex drive. Oh, sorry. Just losing steps, not stripes. Roger. That makes sense, I guess. The duplex drive tank is fine. All right, we have our follow-up, and now we do the rest of Sword Beach. So let's do these guys here. Sword Beach will be all others. So again, on the CRT, we rolled a 6. So a Defender 1, and we can advance 2. Now again, we're going to be locked in, so we really can't do very much. I didn't lose anything, although I do have to still roll for my tanks. And I rolled a 3. So we do have a step lost tank. Oh yeah, duking it out. Yep. Once everything's on the board, all these both cards of units are on the board, and everybody's slogging it out. Yeah, I can see that. Wait for the panzers to roll in. So that's going to be it for the landing and airborne scatter, which we've done. Again, the 6 airborne landed pretty good. The 82nd kind of got screwed over, and the first, or 101st, has already been supported by some other units. So let's start the actual game proper now. So we're going to go to the German movement phase right away. And one thing that we have to be aware of is all our 21st Panzer units, we cannot move our full move. We only get 3 movement points for that. And we got to close in on the British landing site. I think that's the key. All right, so 1732. Now, because it's overcast as well, we're down to half move on the primary roads as well. For mechanized units in clear and overcast weather. All right, so here we have mechanized infantry 21st. So I'm only going to get 3 units, 3 movement points. That would be 2, or 1, I should say. 2 hex. 2 hex is 1 movement point. These guys here can move 3 as well, so that would be 1, 2, 3, with a stacking of 4. So I cannot put any more in there. So I could add this Panzer unit to that location as well. That would be 1, 2, 2.5. That would put me in position with a 9, 12 attack. Now these are Panzer Grenadiers, so I gotta remember what that is. I think that's an armor rating, is it not? It's a gray number. Yeah, so it is an armor rating, so I don't have to worry about that because this tank unit here is going to have a bigger one. So let's move these guys in as well. That'll give me 12 with an armor shift versus, well, 1. So that'll be an easy one. 12 to 1, don't even get an armor shift, which is probably overkill. Yeah, the best I can get is 7 to 1 anyways, so clearly I don't need the armor over there. So let's put you back. So I've got 3 21st Panzer armor units that I would love to throw into the mix. 1431, you're in the wrong spot. Yeah, I've got 3 German 21st Panzer units I'd love to throw into the mix. So that'll be 5. If I do you for 3, it'll cost 1 to move into a city, eh? So I've got 3 points. That would be 1. That would be 2. 1, 2, 3. I'd be out of position. I would not be able to engage with him. Hmm. Well, let's move the armor anyway. So this would be 1. 1, 2, 3. So you'd be out of position as well. I'd have to come this way. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. Open ground, I believe, is 1. Yeah, 1. So I can go 1, 2, and then here for 3. You turn these guys sideways so I know that they've moved already. Now, this guy's going to be gone with this, so I don't really need these guys for support. Maybe I should move into the town. Yeah, let me retrace that. So I'm going to come back and sit in town here. This guy's going to go 1, 2, and then he'll have to pay 3. This would be 1, 2, 3. Units on the east. I've only got the 1 unit that can move right now. It's only a 2 attack rating versus a 3. Decisions, yeah, I got that right. And of course, these guys here in the city are just too weak to do anything. I think I'm just going to hold on the right side, away for him to come to me out of the marsh. Attacking out of the marsh should be a detriment to him. All right, so those guys are all moved. We have a 88 here, so that's also 21st, which means only 3 moves. So 1, 2, 3 will put you into the city. So that'd be 1, 2, 3. Of course, if I do that, then I leave this all wide open as well. South of Khan. Oh, yes, 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 you're right. The Panzer tank destroyer. Yeah, what to do, eh? You can only move 3 as well, so that'll be 1, 2, 3 would suck up all your move. Maybe I just hold up on... what's the British plan? They're probably going to come this way. I do have the airfield here. I can use maybe some kind of defense. Maybe I should probably put these guys in that location. 1431, you were back there, so that would be 1, 2, 3. You can't go any further. All right, I should probably retreat from there. You're going to get swamped. Pull back into Curly. I get the town DCB. Let's move this guy from here into Curly. You're going to pull back into there. Cross the river. Let them attack across the river. I think that might be a better move. Now, you guys can move your full move, which is only 3, so that would be 1. 1.5. I like the idea of setting up across the river from them. So if I come to here, something like that. That would be 1 into there, so that would be 2. Or I can come this way for 2, 3. So that would be 1 into here, 2, and then 3. A little bit more sustainability. This is a bicycle unit, right? So they should get 6 move. That'd be 1, 2, 3. 0 rating units are gonna suck against those. The town DCB is 4. Now I only have 2 combat rating, which means I would only get 2, so I'd be a 4 against what's that, 8? Oh, 10. I was thinking of putting him into there, but I don't want to commit to too many right now. And if I do that, then I got to worry about these guys having a free run down the road. I'm gonna bring you back. So you're gonna go 1 into the town, then you're gonna pay 2 to come here. You'll still like that. I'll start adding my blocking forces. All right, so my friend, you are just gonna have to suck it. 24-17, eh? You got 5 move. Anti-armor unit, and I've got 2 armor units coming. Now, if I understand correctly, you cannot move from a Zoc bond to a Zoc bond, right? So if I want to move this guy here, that would not be allowed, right? I'd have to retreat. Can you guys help me out with that? If I pull this unit back to here, that gives you guys free reign to do whatever you want in there. Now, you're not going to be very strong. Let's go with you. So this would be 1, 2, 3. I do have a headquarters unit. I cannot move 1 hex and engage with the... I can, eh? Soft bonds. Let's play some Stalingrad with solitaire rules. I think it's better. Oh, I see. So because it's not a Zoc bond, I can enter that, but it's just a Zoc, not a Zoc bond. So I could move into this location. So it costs 1 to leave and 1 to enter. That would be 2. I would not be able to move any further. because I'd have to pay one more to leave in addition to the town. So I got to stop there, I believe, with 2 movement. So if I bring you into the town here, I could throw you on this unit, but they're just going to sandbag it with both. I do also have this depleted ranger unit as well. Goddamn decisions, eh? And I still have 5 move with my headquarters / artillery. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 would be in Bayou. You'd be moved, which means I can't use you this turn, but you'd be in place. Maybe that's too close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could move you to Balroy. Or even into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm hoping I understand the Zoc bonds. It's some of them I get, like this unit here. I think it has a Zoc bond to the beach, just like this one here has a Zoc bond to the beach. But when it comes side to side, like how is this unit affected by a Zoc bond? It's not, right? It should just be in an enemy zone of control, but not the bond itself. And the bond is what limits you from moving. Yeah. Oh, I see. Right. So what you're saying, Run Turner, is that this unit would have to stop upon entering another enemy zone of control. Cannot keep moving. That makes sense. All right. So back to my artillery. I want to bring them into range of Omaha Beach. What would be the best spot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Bayou is pretty juicy, and I could also attack the Commonwealth units as well. So let's flip over to moving. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that would be 4.5 because it costs 1 to enter that location. And I will have moved, so I can't use my artillery. If I move 1 here, this will create a Zoc bond across this hex side, which will limit this unit being able to push. Not that it would enter the swamp anyways. Give him some infantry to support. So that's 5 defensive strength. Except he's a -2 rating. These are zeros. Oh, those are zeros as well. Oh, okay. Ranges are a +1. So the -2, I don't think is going to work. I'm going to have to use a 0. So that'll be 1, 2.5. Make the allies push you back. Yep. All right. So again, I don't want to use a -2 troop quality type. What if I add you to the mix? So right now I have 2. This would be 3. This would be 4 stacking points. All right, Bolshemager. So I do have units into the drop zone, which really sucks. That's 3, 9, 10 firepower. There's no way I can stop that, even if I use 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I cannot move my artillery. into place, so I'm just going to have to play a defensive posture. Karen 10 might be a good place to hole up, so if I leave, spend 1 point to enter the town, you guys just hold up there. The town will give me a +4 DCB. Which be down to 2. If I use you, one. No, this would be 1.5 or half, 1.5, 2, 2.5. How am I going to get across that river and take out these guys here? Now, I do have units up north, which I could use. You're screwed. I do have some bicycle units as well, which have 6 move on these roads, so that's 12 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so this would be 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 4, 5. And then I won't be able to enter that location, but that'll be 6. And this will be 1, 2, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 5, 6. All right, now you, my friend, I should bring you around to the north to Point Abbey. 1. This would be 1. This would be 2. You can join them. That would be 1.5. 1, 2, 3. All right, so points wise, I'm stacking 3 plus the free one from the armor silhouette. And then I'm going to move you 1 hex so I can still use you for artillery purposes. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is definitely going to kill this cadre. Probably overkill. But I do have to be prepared for St. Maria Glee. I think this is containment for you then. So this would be 1 or half, 1.5, 2. Two, let's go 3. More bicycle units up here, so I can go be 1, 1.5. That would be 2.5, 3. So I could join you there. Gives me a slight advantage, and again, you're a -1 true quality with a +1, so that would be a shift for them. All right, if I move you, that's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I could put you into the strong point. Might not be a bad spot for that motorized vehicle. Now, a lot of these units here in Sherbrooke cannot move. However, I do have this armored unit here that can move 5. Now, This could be the best way. Cherbourg is going to suck up all your moves. So if you come this way for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, moves you in position for the next phase, turn 2. I do have a security unit back here with them again with a -1 troop quality. Not going to be the greatest unit to throw into the mix. So that would be 1, 2. Right, so let's set up over here and we'll do the rest of the German turn, which is going to be the combat phase. All right, so let's start off with attacks on here. So this will be the main assault force. I'm not going to use these guys as a flank, and we will have an artillery shift as well as an armored shift. So we do have 2, 6, 8 to 2. Now he is in bocage. Bocage does give him 3 DCB, of which you can only use 2. So he'll be at a 4 to my 8, which would be 2 to 1 for the Germans. And I get 1 shift to the right because of the artillery. That would cost me 1 of my points. So we're looking on the 3 to 1 table. See what we get. All right, we have a 6. And a 6 on the 3 to 1 gives us defender 1 step. So because it's already a cadre, that'll count as 1. And it will be gone. And I can get my 1 advance after combat. So we're going to come into this location. Although this might be a better one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could attack that unit on the next turn. This is already a step loss. So I think I'm going to come down this way. One shift for tanks. Oh, I forgot the shift for the tanks. So that'll be on the 4 to 1. It's still going to be a D1 result, so defender will still lose 1 step. But thank you. Other combats. Now, I'm not going to attack that primarily because I'm only defending with a 2. So you're going to come at me. I think the only other attack I have is going to be against the 6th Airborne. And we're going to attack this without benefit of artillery. We have 2 units for a total of 9 versus the defending with a 1. Again, he's bocage, so he's going to get an extra 1 for that. So we'll be 9 to 2, which should bring us down to the 4 to 1. And again, because I have a +1/+1, that doesn't count. Oh, I never factored that in. On this last combat, I actually had a -1 troop. So that would have probably shifted the column back to the 3 to 1, not to the 4 to 1. I got to remember troop quality plays into this as well. So troop quality +1/+1, so there's not going to be anything there. This is armor rating, so I do get a shift for that. And we have 9 to 1 odds. So best we can get is 7 to 1. So it is overkill. All right, and we rolled another 6. So 6 will get us DH. What is a DH? Half his total steps, and it must retreat 4 hexes. Now he is already on his last step, so he's going to be gone. He's not going to count for victory purposes because it has to be a 3-step unit. Now I could place units in reserve, but I'm just going to move up into this location here. All right, I think that's going to be it for the German combat. I probably could have used the U.S. artillery or battleships there to help with the defense, but I think going against a cadre is probably a waste of time and resources. The British are firmly entrenched in their 3 beaches, and looks like we're fighting off most of the American, at least the 82nd is being hurt anyways. All right, next up we have recovery phase, which should be non-applicable to the Germans. And then finally we check for supply. All right, so looking at the supply rules, I think this unit here is going to be under supply. I don't think it's isolated. Oh, strong points are exempt from isolation attrition as long as they're stacked with the combat unit. Well, they're not. So strong points would be fine if they were. So I should probably have moved this guy, but I can't because he's in there. I believe this unit here is going to be out of supply. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Ships are perimeter. Yep. So I believe this one unit here is going to be out of supply. You're not. I don't think you are. You're not. You're not. Right now, this unit here should be isolated, so we'll give it a red one. This unit here, however, is fine. Everything else, I believe, is fine. And of course, you are going to be isolated as well. Now I have to roll for isolation attrition. All right, so you have to be rolled for, and I need a 1 to 4 dice roll. All right, so he's got a -2 for troop quality. That's going to give me a -2 on the die roll. He's going to be gone either way. Any way you look at it, this guy is not going to survive. He's going to have a -2 in the die roll, which means that, yeah, he's a one, not even a one step. Well, he is a one step, I guess. So he's going to be gone. All right, so that one is done. Right, now we're going to do the British turn one. Or I should say the Allied turn one. All right, so let's start over here on the west, and we'll start with our follow-on forces. So you guys are going to come in. Now, those are all no cost. So this would be 2 with our free stacking. So all these guys can come in and land on Utah. Um, Units here. I got to support the 82nd in that endeavor. So you cannot attack because you're scattered. I do not want to attack this across the river with 7 firepower or 7 combat rating to 4. Not even 2 to 1. It'll be 1 to 1 odds across a river. And you're striped already or step lost. Move German units to prevent out of supply situations. Units and Zoks can negate that for other units deeper in. Is there a priority for Zok bonds? So that unit that's in here, I mean, this is a Zok bond, but then so is this between the Americans. So is this for the Germans. So again, like, is there precedence on whose Zok bond is more important? So I guess you can overlap your yeah, example in the book. I'm trying to read that right now. Um, all right, so if there's a unit in between, it doesn't count. So this is no Zok bond. This would be a Zok bond. So would this. You can still have intersecting Zoc bonds. Yeah, okay, all right. All that to say, though, I think this unit, because of its isolation and its -2 troop quality, is going to be removed anyways. All right, so I brought in the follow-on forces. Do I want to attack? I could help out my beleaguered 82nd by moving out of St. Marie. But I think I want to move into the town and probably collapse around it for now. You're going to act as my blocking force, so I'm going to move you to here. Now you are in range of ship's guns, so I could use an artillery shift attacking 7 to 4. However, you're in a town. Town's going to give them town is 4 DCB. All right, so because these are not silhouette units, so they would get 4. That would be 8. 7 to 8. So you're not going to be attacking there. That would be 1 to 2, and even with the offboard, I did. Well, the thing is, it's a 1 to 4 for the unit, and there's a -2 for the troop quality, so that automatically is going to make it a 4. Uh, Best case, I roll a 4, in which case they're going to be step lost. Two, 5. Yeah, units reduce 1 step at the 1 to 4. And because of the -2 for its troop quality, it would have been should have been eliminated. Um, you can't do anything. You guys are gonna hang out. I was making a video. All this would be edited out. Um, Back to here. Do I collapse to Saint Marie? If I move into here, I could attack. Bocage does give him a 3 DCB, eh? Let's move you guys like that. We'll make a little perimeter around Saint Marie. Right now it's containment until I get these units into play. All right, so you guys just landed, and I think you guys cannot move anywhere. Once you land, can you move? All right, so I do have to put um, scrap move, was it? All right, there we go. So you guys are there. You don't really need that, but you can't really do anything. All right, so moving down. Let's move you. No, you guys will hang out there. I don't think I want to move you yet. You guys are going to come into here. And my follow-on forces from Omaha should all be able to land. Do I have to roll for the DD tanks in a follow-up group? Oh, that's not a DD tank anyway, so it doesn't matter. You guys are just hanging out on the beach. Again, you have a regrouping on you. So they come in as follow-on reinforcements. So you guys are going to attack. I will use one of the ships on that as well. I don't think I really need to. So you can go that way. You can come this way. One ship for each attack. And then we're over here to the Commonwealth. Probably not the best to send you in. I do have two British naval support as well. So what do I want to do here? I want to break out. So I want to break into Con. That is vital. I do have strong points ahead. So if I hang here, I can attack one of these. You guys can come forward. If I come this way, you come this way. And you'll pay 1 to come that way. Or 2, I guess, because you're entering an enemy Zoc. It was out of supply. Yeah, it was, Caleb. Yeah. Yeah, just because the troop quality should have brought it down to the best I could roll would be a 4. You're going to stay like that. You guys are going to come on to, I think we use King Beach. You'll have to come on to Mike Beach. Right, that's a Zoc bond, so I cannot cross it. So I cannot use my follow-on until I take one of these things off. So how would the best way to do that? I could set one to each. So if I mark these guys in reserve, oh, I can't do that. So they're going to have to wait. I cannot get off the beach right now. We're going to have to take out both of those points. Let's move you into the woods. No, you're into town already, eh? Let's bring you into the woods here. Now that'll free up that unit so it will be in supply again. But it's going to be landing a glider on his ass, so I don't think I worry too much about that. I think that's going to be it for the Commonwealth moves. So these guys here are all marked with regroup, and this guy's going on the attack. Oh, Kermit, thanks for stopping by the stream. Yeah, like Caleb said, hopefully you find a store. Shipping overseas is crazy. Getting this into Canada from the States is crazy. I think I just bought Holland 44, and I'm pretty sure that I'm shelling out like $50 to get it across the border, which is ridiculous. Um, Having said that, if you're familiar with Vassal, you could always play it like that. The rules are available for a free download, but that's about the only free way you can really play it using Vassal and the uh, the rules you can download from GMT. Yeah, shipping is going to be ridiculous. Unless you're in the States, shipping to other cities in the States, it's probably okay, but yeah, you're welcome, Kermit. All right, so I think that is unfortunately going to be it for the Allied moves. So now we'll do the Allied combat phase. So we'll start on this side since we're already here. Um, Now 9A and Bocage. You're just outside the range of your ship as well. So you guys are just going to hold out. You're not going to attack. This unity here, 3A. If I do 5 to 2, that would be a 2 to 1 with no shifts. I can do a 5 to 3. I would get 1 shift because of the armor rating. Troop quality wise, we're at 0. They're at a +1. This is a +1. That's a 0. So that should be another shift as well. Or do I just abandon that and guarantee the kill? I think I'm going to guarantee the kill. Let's go into this unit here. Now, I'm not going to use any of the ships. I'm going to use that for those guys. Oh, thanks, Kermit. Thanks for subbing. All right, so we have 6, 10 to 3. 10 to 3 with 3 to 1 odds. We do have an armor shift because of the armor. And our +1 and the +1 would cancel out. So we should be on the 4 to 1. And we rolled a 3. 3 gives us a DR. Defender must either retreat or conduct a determined defense. Well, I guess it's a strong point, so it has no move, so it must do a determined defense. Now that is a... That's an improved position, strong point. All right, so a 3 or 3 or more. You get a result. I rolled a 2. So there's not any effect, I guess. So he failed his determined defense. Now he must do a desperation, I suppose. Because he is 2 steps and will be eliminated if it retreats. Well, so if I do a desperation defense because I failed my determined defense, I'm even allowed to do it. Defender's lead unit has a better armor rating, which I don't. So I don't get a +1 for that. No defensive support. But it does have 2 steps. I guess this is gone. Because desperation defense would see 2 steps. I would remove this unit. And then I get a limited advance. So no cost to the Canadians. And we're now sitting inside that hex. All right, so let's do this one here. Now we do want to use, that is 5. That is an anti-armor unit, which will negate the armor shift. We're attacking into a town. The town has 4 DCB. And silhouette units don't count, so I can only use 2. So that would be 4, 7. 7 to 11. If I use you guys as a flanking force, I can use half your firepower. So right now I'm looking at, we said 11 to 7. So it's not 2 to 1, it will be 1 to 1. And if I use one of my naval bombardments, then it'll get 1 ship to the right down to the 2 to 1 column. If I tack you guys on, that would be a total of 4, 10, 5. So I would have a 16 to 7 ratio, which would be 2 to 1. Actually, that would be half because I'm attacking over a river. That would constitute a river, right? Or is it only from hex to hex? For the town of Curly, you guys help me out. Would this be or count as crossing a river for the attack? I don't think it would. I can see Dave pulling his hair out right now, screaming at the screen. I'm going to use you guys as a flanking force. So this will be my main attack force. I don't think I'm going to be crossing a river because of the way the roads are. So I'm just going to assume that the attack will go on. I'm going to have a total of 16 combat rating to 2, 4, 7. I'll have 1 shift to the right because of my ships, and the anti-armor will negate the armor shift. Troop quality wise, what are we looking at? -1. Zeros. Zeros. So it looks like the Navy bombardment will cancel the shift. No. We're going to get a shift for having better troop quality. Yeah. I don't think this is clearly this is crossing a river. This is not, I don't think, crossing a river. All right, so we're going to have 11 in the main force. We're going to have another 5 from the flank, which will give us 2 to 1 odds. We'll have a shift to the right for the battleship and a shift to the right because of our troop quality is 0, and these guys are a -1. $11.5. Yeah. All right, so we're on the 2 to 1. We get 2 shifts, so we're actually going to be on the 4 to 1. Okay, Kane. Oh, I see, right, because it's right on the hex side, kind of thing. Roger. All right, so we're going to be on the 4 to 1. 2 to 1 with 2 column shifts will give us a 4 to 1. All right, and we rolled a 5. Good for the attacker. 5 on the 4 to 1 will get us. Defender is down 1 step. So that defender is gone. Or I could take this. I think I'll keep the anti-tank on. I might need that in the future. Now, if I retreat, I'm going to become disrupted. So I must do a determined defense. All right, so the lead units, again, these are going to be zeros. I don't have one rating on this guy, so I don't think there's going to be any modifiers to this determined defense roll. I basically need a 5 or 6 for the Germans to hold on. And I rolled a 1. All right, so the determined defense didn't work, which means that they're going to retreat and become disrupted. So they get pushed back 1. I guess I can pick a hex. And they become disrupted. And then the attacker can do an advance. So they've just captured Curly. All right, now we'll use up one of these naval ships. The other one's going to help out with this attack here. And, oh wait, I use that as a flank, and so you guys are done. All right, so you guys are done. I cannot use you anymore. In this case, I would be attacking across the river, so my attack is going to be halved. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to attack this way. So that gives me 10 firepower versus 4. We're fighting in normal terrain. Mix, so that's 2. So he's going to have a 6 to my 10, which would be 1-to-1, I guess. But I'm going to use a ship, which will give me a shift. So I will be on the 2-to-1. And I have an armor factor as well. So I'm going to be on the 3-to-1 attacking into this location here. Alrighty, another 6. Good for the attacker. So 3-to-1 gets us a defender 1. So I guess it doesn't matter. Let's kill off the bicycle troop. He's riding bicycles in World War II anyways. And I must do a retreat. I guess I'll come up this way. And then I'll get the 1 advance. All right, so you're done. You guys are all done. You're done there. Done here. Shifting over to the west. Now, I'm pretty sure I don't want to attack that. I do want to attack this. I do have 2 battleships. Now, that is not a town, so that's going to be a 2 DCB, so that's going to be a total of 6. 6 to 11. That would be 13. All right, so I could probably get a good result against these guys at the detriment of that. If I use this as my main force, that's going to give me 13 to 6, which is already 2 to 1, to which I can then add another 5. We'll put 18 to 6 will be 3 to 1 odds. I do have an armor shift, which is canceled by the anti-armor, and I do have a ship. So we would be on the 4 to 1 column by both attack in this location. So this will be my main attack force, and we'll attack that on the 4 to 1. Roll the 3. All right. On the 4 to 1, a 3 is DR. So the defender loses half his total steps. Well, they're both gone because they only have 1 step. Yeah, it looks like both units are foobarred. Movie. You guys have no defense. Oh, wait, what did I do? 17, 20. You guys here. All right. They both have, they're only 1-step units, so they're both going to be gone. And I will get a free advance with the main force. So we're definitely going to advance onto the road from here. I think we're going to stay in this position here. So we'll be ready for the next attack. These guys will be able to do providing some flank and security as well. All right, so moving on to the airborne drops. We still have a ship to use. So I think we're going to attack this unit here. Now that is a strong point. Right, strong points don't get armor shifts. Not that I have one anyways, but so if I attack this with my main assault force. Yeah, you're very welcome, Kermit. Thank you very much for stopping by. I'm definitely going to see if I can do a second stream. I'm obviously not going to finish tonight, but I probably will do a second stream either tomorrow or possibly Wednesday, but it'll be around the same time, 6 o'clock Eastern. All right, so now this is going to be 10. Attack and into bocage, which doesn't count because it's the strong point we're using. I guess I do use other terrain. That'll be a 3. It will be 6, 9. If I use you as a flank, that will give me nothing. That's not going to work. This might work. So that'll be 4. That would be a 6 against 6 plus bocage would be another 3. So that'll be 7. 6 to 7. That's not going to work. What about here? We said 10. 10 to 9. That would be 12 to 9. Would still not count. So you're not going to fight. You two guys are going to fight. With an armor ship will give me, or sorry, my other battleships will give me a 2 to 1 odds for this stack right there. That is not the greatest. Not the greatest. All right, let's do a 2 to 1 on that attack right there. All right, I rolled a 2. That's not going to be good. Attacker 1 and a DR. So attacker will lose 1 from the main assault force. So you're striped. 3, 3, 4, 4. All right, so I'll stripe you. Step loss you, sorry. And the defender does not have to retreat because he's in a strong point. So I think we did that one correct too. So that was attack that didn't really do shit. And that's going to be the combat phase for the Allies turn 1. So I got no reserve movement or reserve combat. Now we do recovery phase. So these scattered should come off. And I can take these off as well. They don't need it anymore. All right, and we'll turn everybody this way. Now we got to do supply, figure out who's isolated, who's not. All right, everybody in the Allied side is in supply. They can all trace back to beaches. Nobody's isolated, so that's fine. And then any German IPs, loan, and a hex we can remove, which we don't have any yet. And that's going to be it for the Allied turn 1. Oof. And it only gets more dense because we're going to add more units and stuff to it as well. All right. So that took an hour and 40 to do the landing phase and the complete turn 1. So I'm debating whether or not to carry on with the turn 2 or just do that another night. I think there's a couple things I have to check as well, make sure I did that correctly. That should probably be gone. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I'm going to stop it there, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate all the help, Caleb Runherder. Hopefully, guys just walking in, hopefully you caught some of that. Oh, you want one more turn? All right, let's do one more turn. What the hell? Okay, so we're into the turn 2. Now, I believe we don't get any... All right, so we got to determine weather, of which we only have 2 choices. It's either going to be overcast 2 or overcast 3. So on a 1 to 3, the die will be overcast 2. So it's going to be overcast 3. which means we get 3 supply points. That should have been brought back on the recovery. All right, so I got 3 supply points. Now the question is who do I give them to? I think I want to leave Cherbourg alone. So I'm going to give the 7th Army all 3. No, I'm going to give them 2. I'm going to give 1 to Cherbourg because I want to use artillery again to help reduce the defenses. So the Germans are going to get 3 for 7th Army and 1 for Cherbourg. And the Allies each get 1. Second. I think I did that right. All right, so we're overcast 3. So we get 1 armor, no, we get 1 infantry replenishment, and we get 2 supply points. Oh, I thought it was based on that. All right, so I'm going to have to give 7th Army never used there, so they're going to have 1. And Cherbourg will get 1 as well, so. All right, so let's go to Germans. We get 1 infantry replacement, 2 supply points, and 2 improved positions, which cannot be built for June 10th. Okay, so I get 2 supply points and 1 infantry replenishment. Blue, I guess I got to come in from this way. Well, I could bring in another artillery. Get him set up so I can start hammering across the swamps. Yeah, I think I'll do that. All right, so I'm going to bring in from the German side. We do have the 1 headquarters unit, so I'm going to bring that in here. I believe that is insufficient with my 1 infantry replacement, I think. So we're doing replacement procedure, which is not what I want to do. I want to do reinforcements. So I did that incorrectly. So what I'm going to get is, looks like I'm going to get a lot of German armor. I'll be right back, guys. Just give me a second. I got to refresh my liquids. Alrighty, everybody back. So this game here is brought to you by Stella. Fine supporter of war games around the world. Probably not, but we'll see. All right, so we are doing the initial phase. We have the weather, overcast, supply points, and replacements. So let's go to the 82nd and 101st. We'll do their replenishment first. Because of all their losses, they have a total of 2 replenishments, so we can I believe we just flip them over to his non-step side. Right. So we'll replace this unit here. And we will this one as well. So that is the 2 supply points from the airborne forces. The replenishment points that they spent on the scattered die roll. All right, so we do have some stronger airborne forces in play. The Germans are going to be getting their own reinforcements. Right, Germans are going to get their 12th SS Panzer, and then we're going to be bringing on some units from the 30 Corps, I believe. Pretty bad when you need glasses to read everything. I think I'm going to enter you guys all in here. And we're going to use the German truck to help with the infantry that we have, the 1 unit we have. It's only, it's not mechanized. So it's going to require a truck movement so that we can keep up with the pace. Right, so now we can start the German turn. So we have no replacements. We'll go right into the German movement phase. A Voodoo Ranger. I never tried that one. Let me look that up. Voodoo Ranger, eh? Oh, it's also made in Belgium. Isn't that funny? Well, New Belgium, anyways. And they sell it locally in the Canadian LCBO. The old Lickbo. That's what I've been told. How you liking your Voodoo Ranger? May have to give that one a whirl. All right. Into the German movement phase. Now, when can I start moving Cherbourg units? So this is turn 2. So I am allowed to start mobilizing some of these units up here. Again, I have infantry. I got 2 bicycle regiments or units. And I have another anti-tank battalion as well. I think I'm going to bring you in. Yeah, I'm going to bring in the 1 unit from the 243rd Division. I do like IPAs in general, yeah. Lots of flavor. Cool. That's all good. And the 709th I can start bringing in as well, eh? And they come in from down here to the west, I think. Nope, other way around. All right, so I'm going to bring you in from here. I'm going to bring in this other anti-tank unit in. Now that we're starting to get some allied armor on the beaches, I want to have something up close. I guess I'll bring it in from here. I'm going to have to move one more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to have to move one more with my headquarters unit so I can get our artillery ship. You guys are going to go in. I think I have to start attacking. You'll attack out of that strong point. I'm going to be bringing you in now, so I want to put you here. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. So you'll be able to make it to there. Oh wait, this will be a Zoc. Well, I guess I can just use the bocage move. So this would be 1, this would be 2, or 1, 2, 3, and then into here for the total of 5. For the Zoc as well as that 3rd move or 4th move. Yep, New Belgium. Yeah, I was looking that up online, and they sell it locally at the liquor store, so that's good. So none of the Cherbourg units can move yet. I do have you anti-tank, eh? That would be 1, 2, 3. So you could stack here as well. That makes a strong point really tough. We'll put you like that. One, 2, 3, 3.5, 4, 5. Put you right there, ready for next turn. I'm not at all keen about attacking from across the river, so I think we're just going to hold. So I'm going to move you there. We have 4 here. Now, actually, I'm going to use the 2 bicycle units. They're going to go on a bit of a trip. So you're going to come in here. You guys each have 4 move. It's overcast, so I can bump that up to 6. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get you right there. Ready for next turn. You can help support those guys. This Austin is just going to hang out. I am concerned about these guys here. I don't know how long they're going to last. On the plus side, well, these guys are going to come here and flank. There's no point me pulling back. I don't think I can anyways. You just delay the result. If I stay there, you're going to come flank. That's going to be quite a hefty attack. This is a headquarters, so they would be able to get an artillery shift. But I do have an anti-tank, which will eliminate the tank shift, so that's good. Question there, Caleb or Run Herder, since you guys played this one before. My U.S. and British Navy, do I get them back every turn, or do they have to be bought with supply points? Naval support. Initial phase, okay. All right, so they are flipped back over to the initial phase. Still no air support for the Allies. All right, so you guys are just going to have to hang out. Hold on, boys, hold on. If I go into this town, that gives me a +3 DCB. Towns are a 4, but I would max out at 2, so I would have 4 DCB. He'd be attacking across a river into a town, so that's good. You can hang there. I do have artillery on call for an attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that crazy to go in? You're a defending only unit, so that would be 4. 4 to 13, so it's going to be 1 to 3 odds. That's obviously not going to happen. I think I misplaced my artillery here, my headquarters unit. I should have picked a better spot for it than where it was. I'm not going to be able to support operation against Omaha. I have no support there. I might be out of position to attack the British over here on the right side. Squad leader just got blown up by a mine. Yep. An anecdote I like to share one time about Stalingrad all the time. Dave and I played it for the first time like 30 years ago or something. And I, I stupidly thought, hey, there's a stone building, so I'm going to send in 3 Pioneer squads with I think it was a 9-2 or 9-1. Doesn't he have a set DC into place and blow it the minute that they enter the building? Oh, I still remember that. I get nightmares about that. Blown up by a mine, eh? Task checks will do that. Or I guess that would be a random event, wouldn't it? Yeah. Anyway, so I think I'm out of position for that, but I can move you into. Let's move into the city. I could move 1 hex and still fire. Am I going to be attacking? I am way out of position. I should have brought this unit way over here to the right. Let's move the camera. Yeah. Popping claymores. All right, there we go. Yeah, I should have brought my headquarters over here somewhere. Probably just right down this road. They were in St. Lo. That would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right to here. 1. That would support operations in Con. Now I'm going to have to move them all the way back. I think the center is going to be gone. But I cannot just give it away. So you're going to have to hold. You're going to have to hold. That's it. I'm going to have to stay here, absorb losses. I cannot let those guys just roll into Con. I cannot let them do that. Yeah, yeah. Just an 8-0. I wish. I wish it were only 8-0s I lost. Now, I could support you with this unit. So let's do that. I'm going to need some armor on the left side. So this will be 1. That'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because of the Zoc. One, 2, 3. All right, so 1 silhouette doesn't count, so that's worth 3. Sorry, 2 stacking. This would be worth 4 stacking and the 1 free silhouette, so I'm fine for there. I think that's a good strong force. Now you guys here, can I dodge the city? This would be 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you still be going through the city. 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5. I'll have to do that, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I retreat back to here, that gives me a nice strong position there, I think. I don't know if it's better to stack. Oh yeah, yeah, that would have been a oopsie. Yeah, Reki with your 8-0s. Normally I lose my 10-2s to snipers. I'm just that lucky. I have a defensive unit that's only worth 2 rating, but it's got a -1 troop quality. So 1, 2. Let's move you into Con. You can do that. You guys here are kind of stuck. I do have some units, but I'm not going to be able to engage in combat, I don't think. So this would be 6, 9. 9 into Woods. Woods is 3 DCB, and it costs 2 for mechanized units, of which I am mechanized. Three DCB, which will give you a 6 to my 10, so we're still looking at 1-1. And my artillery is way out of position. I cannot attack. I could move in like this. That would stop you from retreating. No Zoc bonds or anything like that, but that would stop you from retreating there. You'd have to come to there. I cannot move any of these other units yet. All right, so let's move my units here from the edge. All right, so I do have the one infantry unit that's on the truck. So we do have 5 moves. Let's go 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. That would be 4.5. That would be 4. I cannot come into that location. Now, if I only move 1, so that would be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still too far for the artillery or the headquarters. So I'm just going to move into to Zool. Well, let's park the headquarters there. The unit's not on the truck, so we have motorized. So you're going to be going 1, 2, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 4.5. These truck units will join them. I assume the truck just leaves once it's done its job. All right, so I guess the truck marker will have to stay with the unit it's carrying. That's fine. They can just hang out there. And then we'll bring in the 12th SS. So we have, oof, that is a hefty unit, 10-5. All right, if I use strategic movement, I can double my move to 10. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 normally, or I can come all the way up to con with strategic move. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to stop there. All right, now we'll do our some more panzers on the go. Let's go 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 4, 4.5, 5.5, 6. Again, he's going to use his strategic move. 7, 8.5, 9. So we can go right up to there. And then our last units, we'll pay 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 4, 4.5, 5.5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be 10. So all of our German moves are done. We're starting to hem in the allies on the beaches, and now we can do our combats. All right, so this move, so I got to flip it over. You're not fighting. You're not fighting. You're not going to fight. You're going to defend, not fight. You're not going to fight. You're going to hang out. I never moved you. One, two, three, 4.5, 5, 4.5. Yeah, that's better. I think we'll park your butts right there. All right, so let's move over to the west. I get this figured out yet, the mechanism. All right, so you're not going to fight. I was thinking about launching you guys, but I don't think that's going to happen. You're better just off defending. You're going to defend across or behind the river. Here, I will attack into this location. So we have a total of 2, 6, 8. Attacking into Bocage. Bocage gives us 3 DCB, so they're going to be at 7 to our 8. So 1-to-1, however, I will get our shift for the artillery. So we'll be on the 2-to-1 and hope for a good roll. Oh, troop quality. Good point. That's going to be canceled because of the +1. So that's going to be a 3 on the 1-to-1. But yeah, the SS troops would be really handy. So 1-to-1 to 3 is attacker 1 and a DR for the defender. So unfortunately, we're going to lose 1 stripe. 1 step. Playing too much Japanese. Let's use you. Well, actually, you'd be the same anyways. So I'm going to lose the bicycle unit. That's the 1 step. That's the wrong one. Yeah, we'll lose this one here. They've only got 1 step, so they're gone. This guy will be in 1 piece, as will the tanks. Now the defender has a DR. DR is either retreat or determined defense. I think he's going to retreat. I could retreat back into Saint Marie. No, that would be entering another ZOC. Can I do that? Yeah, Bocage sucks. I'm surprised it's only 1 movement point to go through Bocage, too. All right, 13.1. Yeah, I'm just going to retreat across the river to here. Now, normally this is a 2-step or a 2-hex move. Because I started adjacent, I don't have to worry about Battle for Normandy is 3 movement points. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I guess he's going to have to bounce back too. So let's come all the way back to here. It's a attacker 1 and a DR. And then they become disrupted. Not the best, but better than being wiped out. So let's mark them with a disrupted. And then the attacker can advance 1. So I'm going to come up this way here. I tell you, telemarketing ought to be illegal. All right, so that's the one attack. So those guys are done. Now I was going to attack into Saint Marie. The Bocage just north of it, I think. Now I do have these units I can use as a flanking force. You are anti-armor, so I can't use you, but I could use 1 extra from this guy here. So that's going to be a total of 8 to 4, 2 to 1. Bocage gives him a +3, so that'll be a 8 to 7, 1 to 1. So it makes no point to attack with a flank. So I will get an armor shift on the 1 to 1 column though. Troop quality wise, I'm a -1 with the +1, so that's going to cancel. So this would be on the 1 to 1 column. I think I got to do it. All right, so 1 to 1 column, armor shift canceled by the troop quality, and I rolled a 5. So a 5 on 1 to 1 is a DR, so they must retreat or conduct a determined defense. Now, you're going to retreat 2 and be disrupted 2. I could bring you back to here, although then you would enter this sock. So I may have to bring you back to this location here. Or I can do a determined defense, take my chances. Now that is clear. So basically I need a 5 or a 6. And I have a +1 to the 2 armor rating. That would be a +1 for the defender, so I need to roll a 5. 5 or a 6. Or I retreat 2 and become disrupted. I'm going to retreat 2 and become disrupted. So you guys can sit there, think about your actions. And then I will get an advance. Now, do I want to move or do I just want to stay? If I come here, I can apply pressure to here for another attack. I think that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. All right, so I think we're going to be done with the German move. So next up, or sorry, combat phase. Now we do the recovery phase. Now this unit will now be in supply, so that should come out off. This unit is still going to be... No, it will not be in... It would be in supply because it can trace through friendly Zoc, so that shouldn't be on in the first place. I think I did that wrong. I believe this unit will be in supply because of the chain of strong points. Yeah, the Zoc bond. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been better to move past here. That would have broken that, right? Any rate, so we're in the recovery. All right, and then we go to the Allied turn 2. All right, so the Allies got some options now. First of all, replacements, which I think I've already done. That's the initial phase. Oh, I see. Now they're replaced. I didn't calculate this already, but I do have some replenishment coming from the Allies. So the British and the Americans each gets, or Commonwealth, each gets 6 replenishment points. So what do I want to spend them on? I get the feeling that armor would be pretty good, but it is Bocage country, so... Mm. All right, so what can I bring on? I could bring in a combat command for 4 and a 2-step armored unit, which I don't have. Yeah, I do right here. I think I want a combat command, so let's bring in combat command. And we'll bring in a 2-step armored unit as well. All right, so they're going to come in on for the American side. Now we'll do 6 points for, and of course that goes back to 0. Now we'll do 6 replenishment for the Commonwealth. I think we have plenty of armor. Although all my armor is kind of striped because of the duplex drive. Maybe I need to bring in more. I'll bring in the Cromwells. What to buy for the Commonwealth? I could bring in a motorized unit. Or more armor. I could bring in an A-Corps headquarter too. I don't think we need headquarters on the beach just yet. Let's bring in some infantry. We'll bring in some infantry. We'll bring him into, I think, gold. Right now we're a bit of a bottleneck with Queen. And we want to spread out the Commonwealth forces a bit. All right, so that's their reinforcements. Now we do the movement phase. We'll start over on the west side again. You guys are going to do, so engineers, you're going to hang back. I do have, this should be able to give me a artillery shift. Not that I need it, but I'm going to send this, start sweeping into that, I think. Actually, no, I should probably reinforce Saint-Marie-Église because it's going to be hammered real quick. So if I come here for 1, that would be 2 because it's a Zoc. Oh, I'd have to stop, so I'd have to come here. That would be 1, 2, 3. You could do the same for 3 and you. That'll leave you 2 guys here on the beach. You guys are going to land. All right, so going to Omaha. I got these Rangers still at Point du Hoc. I'm not sure what to do with them. I am going to attack. I'm going to use one of the ships. So this is going to come this way. 5th Ranger, eh? Yeah, you guys are going to move here. You'll contribute to that attack. We'll leave the headquarters on the beach. They can do artillery. You're going to attack into there. You guys have 4 move and 6 move. Where do I want to go? I think I have to start taking Bayo. Now, there is a line. This line here is the US exploit. I don't think I can go past more than 1 hex. Right, so I cannot advance more than 1 hex beyond that boundary. So I don't think I'm going to be able to support Bayo, although I could enter this hex here. Maybe even this one here. What would that be? 1, 2, 3. That would be my 1 hex. I might be able to offer some kind of flanking support for this unit here. I think that would be legitimate. That would be 4. So that would be 1, 2, 3. All right, so now the Commonwealth forces. Let's slide over here. Yeah, you'll come in this way. We'll do I think it's allowed to do a coordinated attack. No, they cannot attack together. Um, I guess I can do 2 attacks. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but they cannot attack together. So I don't think I'm going to move you there. So if I'm back here, this would be 1. I could move to here. That might prevent you from retreating. Because this would be 1, 2. This would be 3. 4 into this code. This would keep you from retreating this way. You'd have to be pushed to the south. I think that's what we'll do. You're going to act like a cutoff. So you can move 4. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll join him, give him some armored support. Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine the amount of tank hulks that they found on the battlefield after this. What else do we got? We got you guys here. Now, you guys are striped. I should probably be replenishing you and not putting you right into the mix. I do have some fresh units, though. But I'm just got a feeling that I should keep the pressure on. So what do we have here? That's 2. That would be 4 stacking points with the free one. So I cannot go in there. What's moving across the river? Major, minor river. NE, not allowed. Non-mechanized is not allowed. Okay. Oh wait, that's no effect. No effect. No effect on crossing a river. Interesting. So this would be 1 to cross the river. This unit would pay 2 because it's mechanized to cross the river. And this unit would pay 1. Now that's definitely going to keep them on their edge. Now, I really must be careful about this. 10, eh? Now you cannot attack. Can you defend when you're disrupted? Yeah. I'm looking at the 2 cards that they have, and there's so many more allies. Disrupted, eh? 13.6. Oh, I missed the recovery phase. This should have come off in the recovery phase, so I missed that. So yeah, it's going to be hard to fight. I'm not going to attack. I think I'm just going to hang out. Let's bring in some more Commonwealth. Oh, this is defending unit as well. One corps. So that should be like an artillery. So you're going to stay back in town with the engineers. You're going to come here, and then you're going to join 2, 4, 1 free silhouette. So you cannot join that stack. And same with this unit here. All right, so you're here. You're here. You have 6 move. That is a lot. What would it cost to go here? 1, 2. You're not mechanized, so it only costs you 2 to come here. This unit would pay 1, 3 to come here. You have 6, so that's plenty. That does give me 2 artillery shifts, I think. Can you have multiple artillery shifts? Yeah, you'll have the 5 to 1 ratio definitely with the armor. Then they're wiped out if it's disrupted and then become broken. Right. Yeah, I think that's 2 artillery. Where does he say that? I remember reading it somewhere. Um, Now I do have German artillery I forgot to use. If I have a con city location, I can still use 7th Army's artillery reserves on one of my attacks. I didn't factor that in. Not that I was going to attack anyways, but it might have been important. You guys here are going to land. Then you're going to move 1 more, which I think will be in this direction here. No, let's go along the coast. We can take off the strong point and secure the coastline. Let's split up. I think we'll need 1. Um, all right, you guys here, you're going to attack that strong point. You're going to attack this strong point. I have to wait now until this is cleared before I can move in. This is a Zoc bond, so I cannot cross a Zoc bond from the 2 strong points. So you're going to go into there. You're going to come into there. You 2 guys are going to have to wait. Oh, I got glider units. So you come in here. So let's do a roll for that. All right, I rolled a 2, but I get a +1 because of the glider. So that is a total of a 3, which is only scatter. So I land, but I'm scattered. All right. That's you. And then over here, we have the 82nd, I guess. That is a 3 plus 1 for being a glider. And that is a 4. So you're going to be scattered as well. All right. So back here, this glider regiment comes in, 82nd, and it lands. Where the hell does it land? Oh, right there. Nice. Right in the midst of all that shit. And you are scattered as well. All right. So back to the Commonwealth sector. So you two guys are attacking. You're going to have to wait. There's no point attacking. You guys may as well hold. You're scattered. You can't do anything anyways. What are the woods? Woods are 3 DCB. A town is 4. I think you're fine in the woods for now. That's give you 6. This will be 9, so that's pretty strong to defend. I think that's going to be it for the moves. So let's do the combat, and we'll start with this side. All right, so we're going to send these guys in. This is going to be a total of 11, 14 to 2, so 7 to 1 odds. We don't worry about the armor shift because the strong point will cancel it. So on the 7 to 1. We have a 4. Now I could 1, 2, 3. I could have used a shift to the left for defense, but that would require one of my 2 supply points, which I haven't even used. I should have declared that before I rolled. All right, so I didn't declare it before I rolled, so I'm not going to allow myself to do that. So we got a 4 on the 7 to 1, which is an attacker 1, defender 2. Jesus. Alrighty. SSF, I think you're up to bat because I'm probably going to withdraw you anyways. This will be gone. Oh, if the attacker only had, or defender only has 1 to lose, then the attacker doesn't lose any. So you actually don't lose that because it was only 1 step for that strong point. All right. So I can place, I can move 2 hexes. I cannot move that way. So I could move into this location. I have to stop though. That's fine. We'll move into this location. Now that would be 2 stacking points. This would be 4 stacking points plus a silhouette. And we'll leave the SF back on the beach. In this location here, we have 10 to 2, 5 to 1 odds. I'm too far away from con to use the con artillery shift. I'm thinking about using, no, I don't need to do that. 5 to 1 is pretty good. All right, let's do a 5 to 1 attack. And I do have -1, +1, so I get another shift. And I also have an armor shift. So I'm actually going to get 2 shifts on the 5 to 1, which puts me on the 7 to 1 table. Ready, and we get a 4. So 4 is attacker 1, defender deuce. Now, again, you've only got the 1, so you're gone. I don't lose any. And I can do an advance. I think we'll do that. No, I'll keep you together. I'll probably end up attacking that strong point, just get it out of my hair. All right, so other attacks we have. Now this one I'm going to use one of the warships. So we will attack with a 7, 10. All right, this is going to be a problem because we have troop quality is going to be 0. They have a +1. They have anti-tank and they have an armor shift. So anti-tank will negate ours. We have 3, so I don't think anyone gets one. And they have 1 for troop quality. So half of 7 would be 3.5. So that would be 13.5 to 13. So it's going to be 1-to-1 with a shift to the left because of troop quality. I do have artillery in the form of 2 of these. So that would go on the 3-to-1. And if I use one of the warships, that'll put me on the 4-to-1. Drop down 1 because of the troop quality. So on the 3-to-1, we're going to go against this super stack here, just to see what's going to happen. Oh yeah, this one. I'd love to see an ASL. All right, I rolled a 2. 2s are never good. 3-to-1 is an exchange. Eh? Now exchange, you just stripe a unit, right? Or step down a unit, or do you eliminate it? What does it say? 1 step. Okay, so it's 1 step loss. I think I'm going to hit the armor on the German side. That would probably make sense. Let's use this guy here because it'll be gone. Or I could reduce it even more capability, give him 2 wounded tanks. I think it's better to have 2 wounded tank counters. Step down. Well, that didn't go very well. Oh, and I forgot to factor in the terrain as well. So I probably would have been outnumbered. Hey, Hexy. All right, so we're gonna use. I've used up both of these, and one of you. Let's use the other British naval marker on this combat. I'm going to be going in with 10 to 7, 1-to-1. They have armor. I have armor, so that cancels. I have 1 naval bombardment. I could use a German bombardment. That would all cancel, so it's going to be a 1-to-1 attack. So I have to use a 7th Army one, which I used. Um, 30 core and first core. I think I've messed up the support points, supply points for that. Oh, it's overcast 3. I could use air units. I can use an air unit as well. Air unit would be a shift. So it would be on the 2-to-1. Because I have these back now. Yeah, Caleb, I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, how cool would it be? Because, this is going to be the 80th anniversary coming up in June. You play a game like this, right? And when you come to one of the small little battles, you find some applicable ASL scenario, or you could make one up, I suppose. And then you play that one. And then the results of that might determine the results of this battle. That'd be very cool. I mean, it'd probably be unwieldy, but it's great in concept, poor in execution. All right, so if I use an air assault or an air attack with it as well, that would get me 2-to-1 odds with my second naval bombardment from the Brits. 2-to-1. I'm not really liking that. And we have to factor in, again, the terrain. Now that's clear. So it's not going to be any combat effect. So if I attack, it will be on the 2-to-1. Jesus. All right, 2-to-1. Oh, wait, troop quality. All right, 0 troop quality. So it's going to be on the 2-to-1. Use an air, use a naval. All right, and I rolled a 1. Attacker 1. Now I could launch this unit into its cadre status, which I think I'm going to have to do. What's this one here? Oh, I can use you. All right, so I'm not going to use any cadres yet. We're going to have all stepped units sitting in this location. And this artillery was used. One of the boats was used. And I believe that was it. So then we come to this location here. That's going to be 10 to 4, but they are in a... that's a city. So city is 5, right? Yeah, a city's 5 DCB, which means this is going to be 8 total. I cannot do it 1-to-1. I do get an armor shift. And I do get troop quality because he's at a -1. So that would be a 2-column shift. That would be on the 3-to-1. That would be on the 3-to-1. Let's do it. 3-to-1. Roll high. I rolled a 5. That's pretty good. 5 on the 3-to-1. We get attacker 1, defender 1. Well, so I guess you're going to be step loss. And one of these are all 0 units. They're all the same. So I'm just going to take off this unit here. All right. So that's a U. Now I can attack with the Americans 1 hex across the divide. So this is going to be a... Now, do I want to use anything else? So now you're down to 4 defense points versus 10 attacking. 10 to 4 is going to be 2 to 1. I do have a plane that I could use. That would shift it to the right, 3 to 1. Yeah. So we're going to be on the 3 to 1, attacking into Bayou from the other side. A little bit of joint action going on. I'm pretty sure that's allowed. And I rolled a 6. Sweet. 6 on the 3 to 1 is Defender 1. So he's gone. And I can do my advance. All right, that worked out pretty good. Pretty good. All right, let's move over to the west. See how our beleaguered airborne units are doing. Yeah, that would be... I wonder if something like that could be done in Battlefront. Or, no, what's that? ASL kind of like sim game? Is it Battlefront or is it Second Front? All right. Moving on down, let's get some American action here. So we're just going to assault the way that's across the river into the town. So this attack's going to be half. That's going to go up to a 4. I have 3, 8, 11. Halved. It will be on the 5.5 to 4. So it's going to be 1 to 1. Hmm. 1 to 1. Now, I think I've used up my supply point for the artillery. This is a headquarters unit, which gives me artillery support. So I could use that. Are there any restrictions on the town? Town stop retreat. Armor shift possible. Yes. Oh, city. No armor shift. Makes sense. So this would be a 4 defense. I would be coming across the river with 5.5. I could use this artillery to give me 2 to 1 odds. I just want to attack. Attack, attack, attack. 2 to 1 odds. Second front, that's the game, thank you. 2. 2 is not good on 2 to 1. That is attacker 1 and a DR for the defender. Either retreat or determined defense. Now, if I retreat, I have to move 4 hexes, right? One, two, 3, 4. I could come all the way back to Battleroy. Or Belleroy. You're going to be stuck here by yourself, buddy. Sorry. The attacker loses 1 step. Oh, do I want to take it on a tank or do I go down to a cadre? I can go down to a cadre because I am probably going to let this unit rest and refit. So let's go there. Yeah, we'll go down to a cadre in this location here. I don't want to lose my armor if I don't have to. And attacker 1. And the unit becomes disrupted. That retreated. Right, so they're disrupted. I don't think I get a follow-on. I do advance. All right, so I'll be taking over this town right here. All right, now we're moving on. One plane is used. I've got the artillery used. I've got one ship to do this attack. All right, so my main assault force. Here we have 9, 11. And I got 13 here. So this will be my main assault force. Right here. So that'll be 13. I'll be able to tack on 5 to that, would give me 19. We are fighting in mixed, which is 2. So that's 2, 4, 6, 9. And I lose my armor shift because of the anti-tank. So 13, 5, 18. So 18 to 9. So 2-to-1 odds. No armor shift. I do have a +1 quality. They have nothing, so I'm going to get a +1. So that'll bring it 3-to-1. I'm going to use naval bombardment. Will be a 4-to-1. And that, yep. So it'll be on the 4-to-1. Let's see what we get. All right, a 5. 5 is a good result. 4-to-1 is a D1. So defender loses 1 step. Either retreat or determined defense. So you guys are all 1-step units, except for you. I'm going to have to lose you. You guys are going to have to retreat. So I guess it's 4 hexes back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe it's 4, is it not? Retreating? 13, 1. Oh, 2 hexes. So because of that, it's only a 2 hex retreat. So 1, 2. Ready? And you guys can do a... And they're disrupted because they retreated. All right. And then we do our advance after combat. Let's send you... Where do I want to send you? This is looking pretty good for the Allies now. The complete center has collapsed for the Germans. Let's put you here. I think I'm going to start sending some units this way. My view is to come down here to the south and kind of cut the map off in half. And that'll isolate Cherbourg over there. And might help secure that automatic victory. All right, so you guys are done. Now we'll do the airborne units and then do some recovery. All right. Now, these guys were going to attack into that location. Um, 11 to 2, eh? No armor shift because it's a strong point. 11 to 2 would be 5 to 1. Yeah, let's do a 5 to 1. We got a 4. 4, 5 to 1 gets us a defender 1 step. So they're gone. I'm going to send you into here. This is going to be your advance. I'm not going to fight with those guys. Here, we're not going to fight. I think I want to do this, though. I do still have a battleship. That'll be 9, 13. Attacking into Bocage. 13 against 7. Bocage is 3, right? Yeah, so it's going to be 10. So it'll be 1 to 1 odds. Now, if I add 2 to this, that would be 13. That would be 15 to 10. Oh, wait. That would be 11. 15 to 11 if I use you as a flank. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to attack. We're just going to hold for now. I think for the overall plan for the Allies is going to be to hold this. Don't attack so much yet until we get more reinforcements while the main battle goes on around Cannes. Yeah, all right. I think that's going to be it for combat. All right. Next up on the agenda, we have recovery phase. Oh, Biscuit. Where is recovery phase? $13.6. All right, so apologies for the rules flipping, but I'm just getting used to the system. Really have no idea what I'm doing. Recovery phase. So anybody disrupted will get their disruption removed. So do I have any disrupted friendly? No, no, yes. All right, so that comes off. We're no longer disrupted. I believe this, the scattered stays on, I think. Because that just happened. And the Germans are fine. Yeah. The vexing supply issues. So Utah Beach is good. Omaha is good. Gold, Juneau, and Sword are all good. Nobody's cut off. And so they are all in supply. All right. And I think that, gentlemen, is going to be a wrap. Not too bad. Three hours to do 2 turns, plus a landing phase. Thank you guys very much for the help. Caleb can try that Voodoo Ranger. Don't worry, it's going to be on the list. Run Herder, as always. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm probably going to carry on with turn 3. Maybe not tomorrow, but Wednesday. I think we'll try for Wednesday, 6 o'clock Eastern. As always, I think that's a good time. And we'll see you guys in that video. Thank you very much for stopping by.